boat. You can have,
John.
Kyle can insist that you can get women much hotter than you if you're rich. So, go for this. And you might find, these office jobs, accounting wasn't for me, but there are people who do like that job. There are people who love computers. There are people who love, making movies or editing or whatever. When you find yourself in an office working on a project with a team of people that you respect, it might not be the ski instructor job that you thought it was, but I promise you that job's not perfect either. And you can kind of get motivated and into your work, even when it's, in an office.
Yeah, I'll tell you the job that I've always wanted, this like my dream job. I always loved paintball, and I still love paintball. Like that's like my passion. Like if I could play paintball all day, that's what I'd do. Because it's like a video game, except you actually get to hurt the little bitches that want to camp in corners. So my dream was always to own my own indoor paintball course and like to be able to like design the whole thing myself and like, have like every day basically have 20 or 30 little kids to like hang out with and shoot. Because like, we were addicted to paintball. Like we worked out with the purpose of being better paintball players. Like, like football players like work out and like, all right, it's going to be nice. Got to get my 40 yard time down or whatever. No, we're trying to get our 100 yard time better so we can run down the side of that paintball field. Like we took it seriously. I had a shirt that said I shoot children for fun, and I wore it at the paintball course, and I was like 19. Parents did not like that. but I just knew that wasn't going to pan out because of the economics and the area that I live in. And basically, like, to be successful at that, you would have to, basically have, like, $400,000 to start out with, because you got to be in a metro area, like, where the property's going to be, like, fucking $250,000 for a tiny, tiny little lot, and then you've got to remodel. It's just going to be a huge amount of money, and it doesn't work.
See, that's one thing I want to thank you guys for. Is I've been sitting here listening to you guys about that, and I'm 21 years old. I put up a video recently about I've been playing a little bit too much of video games, and I haven't found what I need to do, and I'm trying to shape up. I've had anxiety, and a lot of things hold me back in life, and I don't want to use that as a crutch or an excuse anymore. And I'm trying to find my calling now, and I'm trying to make my way. And I'm glad you guys are out here, talking to these people and actually, encouraging everybody to pursue what is necessary to make it in life, and that's pretty cool.
So what's the anxiety thing about? Like, it's not something I can relate to. I watched
your... just skip me. What the fuck?
Wings, the way this podcast works is you got to man up and get in there. We skipped Star too. I skipped Kyle. Get in.
See, you guys got a whole different race. Kyle, he's talking about, go to work for the pussy, and you're talking about you want to do something you love. See, me, I just want a job where I'm not looked over, every minute of the day. I can't stand when somebody loiters over me. I always want to be like my own boss, do my thing. As long as my work's done, they leave me the fuck alone. That's the kind of job I like.
That's somehow I am. That's what I did. I worked at a car wash, and it was decent pay, but I can't stand a lot of people. Like, people as a whole, a couple of people is one thing, but when you deal with, like all kinds of people at once, like working at a store or something like that, or dealing with, phones or something like that, I can't handle people like that. I just like to do my own thing, You
just gotta, like, face your fear with that. I used to be, like, selling cars, you basically, it's basically like, people have anxiety about, like, walking up to a woman and talking to her. Imagine doing that 10 times a day, every day as your job, because that's basically what you're doing as a car salesman. You got to walk up to somebody who does not want to talk to you, and you got to make them do something they don't want to do. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as going up to an attractive woman.
It sounds like a thrill.
But see, I watched Postar for Hire's video about anxiety, and he's not coming from the same place as you. He's not coming from that typical talking to girls is hard thing. He has a Postar talk about it. You have a whole different outlook on what it's like to be around strangers.
It's I've dealt with a lot of things in my life, and it could be meshed in between fear and I guess anxiety. A lot of different things. There's a lot of things I'm really comfortable in life. I never had a problem talking to girls or anything like that. I don't have a problem talking to one or two people, but just for an example, I went to my girl's graduation a couple of days ago, and I was in a massive group of people. I mean, they're all focused on everybody up there. I had to get out of there. There's a lot of things.
That's called social anxiety disorder. That's not.
Mm-hmm.
That's not. I mean,
But I've got
that's a medical problem. You need to see a doctor.
Have you ever talked to anyone about it, Polestar?
No, it's not necessarily something I wanted to open up to, but
it ain't
you
bad.
know, I gotta face it. You know,
they put you on some Paxil and it basically opens you up.
Trust me, I'm on a lot of drugs. I can do pretty much whatever I want.
That's how Kyle became a social badass. Little Paxil, little Prozac, little Zoloft, and he's on it.
More like lorazepam and.
Are those real things, Kyle?
Huh?
Do you take something?
Oh yeah, man.
Really? So you
With a quart of malt liquor, son.
A little lorazepam, some Paxil. You
What
are
do they do?
smoothed out.
What do they do, Kyle? Talk.
I think just antidepressants and tranquilizers. Good stuff.
Do you ever look to get off it, or is it you see it as a lifetime solution?
I see it as a performance-enhancing drug.
Okay.
I can all right. Like I used to play poker for really, really high stakes, where you could lose $10,000 in a hand.
Mm-hmm.
The average person, they're sitting there like shaking, literally. You take some lorazepam, man. You're sitting there, and you're like, shh.
Make your move, baby.
Let's do this. Like you could be bluffing and pushing $3 or $4 grand in front of the guy, and you're just like, whatever happens, happens.
Man up, son. Man up.
You know it's the right move in your head. So that's I don't know. It's good stuff.
So
I got some advice for Polestar. If what you're going through is social anxiety disorder, like it sounds like it is, a YouTube channel might not be for you, because what is it going to end up doing? Because I know you're talking up the big game now that we all talk about. Woody was like this. I'm not sure Kyle was, but I was like this. You know, I'm going to play with my subscribers. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It's just the same thing as like your parents. When you're growing up as a kid and your parents punish you for something, you're like, well, I'm never going to do that to my children. And then you get in their shoes. And then you're like, man, I understand where they're coming from now. Well, let me tell you, owning a YouTube channel, you see the worst in everybody that you ever meet. And you'll actually lose faith in humanity if you get coming from this.
Polestar, how big is your channel?
how many what?
How many subs do you have at the moment?
5K. I think I just hit 5K today.
Yeah, I remember 5K. At 5K, you have a connection to your subs. And at 5K, you know a lot of them. And it's kind of like a group, and you're all on the same team. At 45K, that's when you learn that there are some people who will carjack the Meals on Wheels van. I will sit there, like that, I did a sharing gamer tags thing, right? And the idea was, playing with other people is fun. When you roll in a party, it's better. You'll meet new people. Modern Warfare is a much better game. Heck, Modern Warfare, Halo, Battlefield, they're all much better games when you have friends to do it together with. And you'll win more, which also, for me, is a big part of the fun. And so I tried to put people together. And, man, I made it so that you could edit your data, and people went in there and edited other people's data and just ruined it and vandalized it. I don't think anybody's gamer tag is really "fuck you, Woody," and his time zone is "I'm going to troll you." So there are guys out there, and I was trying to do a good thing. I was trying to help people. I was trying to connect them, and when you find enough people, you're going to find people who do that. So, look, the bulk of my subs are really good to me. My last video got a lot of positive feedback, despite the fact that I can't sing. But there are guys.
What,
out there
hit that high note for us
it.
again?
I'm trying to remember my lyrics.
Woody was struggling with the high note of
dude. It was like
it was so bad.
It wasn't even that. You need to get that much into it. He's like,
No, man, I was in it. That was full effort right there. I did not hold back anything.
Come on, hit a high note for us, Woody.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the lyrics right now.
I need lyrics to hit a high note. You'd be like,
what's that song when it's like la 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 la? Sing that one, because that one's got some uber high notes in it.
When it goes,
yeah, at the end it's like,
I genuinely don't know your crazy songs. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Ooh, here it is.